We were really excited just to go over there and figure out what we were going to have. And the lady that was doing the sonogram, she stayed at her brain for over a long period of time.
She gave this look, and I looked at her and I looked at Thomas. I was like, something is wrong.
She asked if she could step out of the room for a few minutes and she'd be right back. And when she stepped out, we got kind of worried, and she brought in a specialist to look at the sonogram, and that's when we found out that she possibly could have Dandy-Walker syndrome.
Dandy-Walker syndrome is a malformation of the brain, involves the fourth ventricle, which is a part of your brain that if it's obstructed, it can lead to severe problems.
I guess they set us up for the worst because everything was negative. Everything that they told us was, she might not, right after birth, she might have a seizure and pass away. She might be in a vegetable state for the rest of her life. She might not ever have any communication or knowledge with y'all. They told us we had alternatives, so we went home and cried a lot, and
Yes, we did.
we made a decision that a lot of people, family members, priests, everybody said God gives special kids to special people, and we decided to have her, and under no circumstances would we do without her, and we were going to do whatever it took to take care of her. Everything was uncertainty. Every doctor, everything we went to, through the whole NICU, she was in NICU for 2 weeks. That was the hardest thing, of not knowing what was around the next corner or what was happening, the next week, day after day.
One of her problems that she had initially was hydrocephalus, which is an increased fluid buildup within the brain, which leads to increased pressure around the brain.
There was pressure in the back of her head that we needed to go ahead and put the shunt in.
At 3 months, we went in and they performed the surgery. She was in the hospital for a little over a week. What they did is stuck a shunt in her head that goes from the top of her head and actually pumps the fluid from her head down through a little wire to her abdomen. That's the only thing that keeps her head from swelling to the point where it would cause so much pressure to where she would pass away at some point in time.
She's done really well. Her prognosis at birth was, they told her she may only live until 9 to 12 months of age. And Saigan is now a bright, smiley, happy, running around child who chases her brother and sister around. She's sweet as can be, and every time I see her, I just hug her.
They told us that she would never walk. Now she's walking.
They told us she would never communicate with us. She would never eat on her own. She wouldn't drink from anything. She drinks, she walks, she sings.
In the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider filled up the water spout.
So although she's doing well now, she is at risk for future morbidity and complications, and only time will tell. But right now, she's striving and doing very well. For everything they've been through, and they realize that Saigan is a miracle child to them, and they were told that they may not even have her up until this age. Every day is a blessing to them.
It's amazing. It's joyful. It's we come home every day, and she runs up to the door and gives us a big hug, and that's just something that's a miracle in itself.